Hey my foodie friends and family, how you doing? Guess what? I think it's fall. It's coming. Leaves are starting to turn. The apples are in harvest, and today we're going to make this delicious salted caramel harvest apple tart. So, in a skillet, I've put 1 tablespoon of butter that I'm just getting melted. Bring that up to temperature. Other names for this are also tart tatin, which is very similar. There's lots of recipes that are similar in nature. I'm adding 1/3 cup of brown sugar. If you happen to have demerara, use that. If you happen to have coconut palm sugar, absolutely delicious sugars, use those. If you don't, you can actually start this with white sugar and just let it brown and bubble up. Brown sugar has got most of that work done for you, but whatever you have will work. I'm adding just a teeny pinch of salt so that we make this salted caramel flavor. You need to keep moving this sugar around a bit until it starts melting. We don't want it to scorch in the bottom of the pan and make this big sludge, and you'll have to start over. You can see now that the sugar has been bubbling. I'm going to add 1/3 of a teaspoon of pie spice. This happens to be pumpkin pie spice. There's also apple pie spice. Whatever flavors you like, you might want to just use cinnamon. It's up to you. I just love the flavors of this, especially when it starts cooking with the brown sugar. It smells gorgeous in your house. Everyone thinks you've been making apple pie all day. To the sugar mixture, I'm adding 2 to 3 apples that I've cut into small cubes. I would use apples that tend to be rather hard. Don't use golden or red delicious because they'll get mushy. The best apples to use in this would be apples that have just been harvested that might still be a bit green. They would be the most flavorful. I had these apples sitting in some water with a little bit of lemon juice so that they wouldn't turn brown. It's called acidulated water if you want to be technical. So I've got those in the pan, and the aim here is to get the sugar cooking the apples. You will notice though that the brown sugar mixture will seize up with the addition of the apples and a little bit of water that drips off them, but it will come back if you just give it a few minutes. Yeah, you see that you're getting kind of clumps of brown sugar now, but it will come back. We want to get those apples pretty much cooked. We don't want them soft and mushy though. We want some texture to them. I have left them unpeeled. You could certainly peel your apples if you like, but I like most peels on because most of the nutrition is just under the peel in apples or in any kind of fruit or vegetable. Yeah, you can see I'm having trouble with seized sugar, but you'll notice in a minute or two that it'll all come back together. I've added about a tablespoon of flour. I want the flour to thicken up the juices that have come out from the apple. You see that the sugar mixture has come back into this beautiful syrup. It's going to make these apples absolutely delicious. The smell wafting through your kitchen is gorgeous. Your neighbors and everyone down the street are going to say, they've been making apple pie. It really is a delicious fall flavor, and you need to try this. Your family or your significant other will thank you for it. The apples have gotten deliciously golden brown from the brown sugar mixture and the pie seasoning. And you see that most of the juices have now thickened up because of the flour. We don't want this to be too saucy because we want to be able to serve this on a plate without it all running around. If you guys ever made a tart tatin or anything like that, this could also be made with peaches or plums. We're going to finish off the dish with some puff pastry dough that I've rolled out, and I've cut into squares because I want the squares to represent a serving of this apple tart. They fit in a square pan just perfect, but if you're using a round pan, cut circles. That'll solve your problem. This then needs to go into the oven and be cooked according to your pie direction, your dough directions that come on the box. I bought a frozen dough. This one happened to be 350 degrees for 15 minutes, and it comes out absolutely crispy and crunchy and golden brown and delicious. Serve this up with a dollop of whipped cream or some ice cream or some creme fraiche or some custard, and you have a delicious fall dessert. If you like the recipe, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel. Just love to have more of you here with me. Thanks for stopping by for some more apple tart recipes to warm your soul. We'll see you next time.